Hey, this is your boy BOBTV. So a friend of mine gets sick and they don't have the money to help them get through chemotherapy and things like that. They literally have to set up a GoFundMe account. That is sad. That is sad. In the most wealthiest country in the world, we got this going on. Yet we're spending billions on a bomb, or millions on a freaking one bomb. Now, one bomb, and the person who's shooting the button on that bomb only makes $30,000 a year. That is not equal rights, equal balance, equality for all. That is not when a bomb is worth more than the person who's shooting the bomb. That is wrong. And here my friend is, they have to set up a GoFundMe account to get the help they need. They have to depend on the church to take donations, which my church don't mind doing that, to help them stay alive. And even though they got Obamacare just sometimes don't cut the mustard. And sure, we want to keep it and we want to prove it. Now we want to really keep it and prove it. Now Trump trying to get rid of it. We should have been trying to prove it from the jump start. And Democrats dropped the ball and then go full single payer. And now this is what we're dealing with. And we're trying to fight hard to save a right-wing medical plan. It's sad. But my shots go out to the different states that are working on policies to give Americans the opportunity to never ever have to worry about setting up a GoFundMe account. They never ever worry about having to go in debt. Now, I want you to look at this board right here. And it basically talks about where we at today in America when it comes to single payer. So don't think that this is going to be a fight. Dianne Feinstein. Don't think this is a fight. Corrupt politicians, corporate politicians. The people want this. And the people are going to get indignant about this. And I hope you're listening to us right now. We want single payer. It is not up for discussion. There is no negotiation. And you can go back and forth about it. But the bottom line is we want it. We expect you to give it on both sides of the aisle and any other aisle that's out there. The latest single payer poll says Democrats favor, 75% of Democrats favor single payer. 58% of independents, which is more than the Democrats, favor single payer. And get this, 46% of Republicans want single payer. And this is what we got to get out of our mind. We got to get out of our mind that all Republicans are like them nutcases in Washington, D.C. They're not. Just like we can't get in our mind that all the Democratic base is like those nutcases in the Democratic Party. No, most people who are part of Republicans, who are part of Democrats, who are Democrats and Republicans, who are independent, some green, some blue, whatever, are good, decent people. They're not policy makers. They don't have to contend with big money and all that, trying to maneuver their decision. But yet they voted these people in. We voted these people in. We have to let these people know that we're not going to compromise. We're not going to, this is not up for discussion. So when you come to a church, Dianne Feinstein, you're going to expect people to say we want single payer and we want it now. And this is where I don't want you to put a fork in this. I want you to hear us clearly. We want single payer and we want it now, or your butt is going to be out of office and we're going to put somebody in your place that's going to give us single payer now. Whether they're from the Justice Democratic, whether they're from brand new Congress, whether they're from Draft Bernie, whether they're from the Green Party or whatever, we're going to vote your butt out and we're going to put all our progressive weight behind that one person. So hear me. corporate Democrats. Hear us, corporate Democrats. Listen to us good. Dianne Feinstein, we heard you in the church. We hear you, Nancy Pelosi. We hear you, Chuck Schumer. We hear you, Tom Perez. Well, if we lead with our values ain't gonna get my friend healthy. Lead with my values, that ain't gonna cut that. That's not gonna get rid of the cancer. Leading with the values is not gonna give us, it's not the place of chemotherapy. Leading with our values is not dialysis. Leading with our values is not gonna give the prescriptions, that drugs that they need at a low cost or no cost. We need single payer now. So I want to hear about, we don't need to change and all we have to do is stick with our values and lead with our values. No, that talk is cheap. We need to shut your mouth. Talk is cheap. As The Rock says,
you know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
And you have a role to play, and you need to play your role or shut your mouth. You can and will be replaced. Don't you dare think that we won't. Look into my eyes. We want single payer, and we want it now. Almost half the Republicans want it. Over half of independents want it. And over half of Democrats want it. So majority of the United States, and if we put it all together, it's going to be around 80 to 90%. I give it 75% being modest. Want single health care, single payer health care. We demand it. We want it. It's not up for discussion. And either you get it to us or we're going to get you out. Mark my words. I'm BOBTV. Peace.